Mistry. I'm from SMBT Women's University from RT College of Nursing. I'm going to interview about nursing abilities, disabilities. So can we proceed further?
Good evening, Natasha. Yes, we can proceed.
Okay. So first question arises to you is how long you have been seeing patients with learning disabilities?
Learning disability, I have been seeing patients since around 2012 or 2013. So it's been around 7 to 8 years.
7 to 8.
Yes.
Okay. So may I know, according to you, what is learning disability?
Learning disability is it's a condition where the child has a difficulty in comprehending and difficulty in processing the information that the child sees and senses in and around in the environment. सो अक्सर कैसा है ना कि दीज आर चिल्ड्रन, ऐसे बच्चों को है ना नॉर्मली सारे स्टिमुलस को समझने और इंटरप्रेट करने में ना इनको तकलीफ होती है.
So will you contact the child school for information and records? Will you interview school staff if you find any patient like this with learning disability?
Yes, ideally I actually believe that कि school teachers, staff, friends, they play a very significant role in sharing the information, and as a doctors and as a counselors and as expert healthcare providers, we should definitely speak to school as well as the school staff because they share very important information, and we can even train the school staff that how to deal with such students, how to deal with such a patient so that they receive appropriate attention.
Okay. So is there any, have you seen any signs and symptoms common in this learning disability?
Yes, one of the most commonest sign and symptom that we find in learning disability is these children, they have very low IQ level. IQ stands for intelligence quotient. So what we find is whatever is the biological age of that child,
Okay.
but the mental age of that child does not go in proportion to the biological age. So let's say suppose for example there is a child who is a 10-year-old, but still by mind the child will be like 5-year-old child. So you find that the IQ is very low in such individuals.
Okay. So do you think is there proper awareness of learning disability in society?
In our country, learning disability awareness is very less, and I really think and I really wish that there should be good amount of awareness with respect to learning disability.
Why do you think awareness is necessary for learning disability?
See, Natasha, awareness is necessary because in our country, you know, we as Indians, we have got a tremendous diversity in terms of cultures and traditions. So what happens is in our country, people believe that, okay, different cultures and traditions, they believe that okay, this learning disability is some wrath of God, or it is some evil, or it is maybe some curse of some family members, or maybe it is some bad luck, or probably it is something which is impractical actually. So I believe that in our country we should explain to each and every parent that learning disability is nothing but it is just a deviation of processing of brain which is done by nature itself, and there are different ways in which it can be tackled without believing in all misbeliefs and myth which is existing in our society. Because see what happens is in between there are lot many quacks. Okay, there are lot many these babas and tantrics. Okay, they say that you do this, you do that, probably this will heal. But we know that it requires a proper medical counseling and a proper medical therapy. So that's the reason why I strongly believe that there should be very good awareness with respect to learning disability.
Well, according to you, what is the on an average now the learning disability percentage is on?
As far as I have seen in my practice, see, I am a general physician, I am a family doctor. So as far as my practice is concerned, we see hardly around, let's say around 2%, 5% of our such a patients. Okay, so out of every 100 child that I see around some 2%, 5% child who have difficulty in going through academical learning, difficulty in processing the information. And what I strongly believe is it's absolutely essential that the parents should understand this, because see what happens is parents have an expectation x plus y, but the performance of the child is only x. So more the gap, more is the stress. And many a time parents will always put a lot of stress on the child saying that tu padhai nahi kar raha hai, okay, you are not able to learn. But actually deep down when we see in the neurological system, there is an inability for the child to grasp. Okay, which parents should understand so that they can lower down the expectations and they can realize the ground reality and less the difference, less will be expectations, and they will understand the fact that the child is a special child. So the child needs good amount of love and care rather than anger, okay, rather than aggression and disappointment.
Okay. Do you think that they should have psychiatric or counselors in the schools in nowadays?
Yes, in fact, I must appreciate this question. It's a fantastic idea that I believe every academical institute, whether it is a school or college, they must have psychologists, they must have psychiatrists, okay? Or if not on regular basis, then what they can do is probably on monthly or probably on a quarterly basis, okay? Or probably at least once a year, they should call up these psychologists or psychiatrists and they should do evaluation of these children because each child is different.
Yes.
And that's the reason why what we need to do is we need to identify their ability and then we have to guide them what they can do depending upon their ability. Rather than simply bombarding them with our expectations, it is better advisable that you find out how much is the ability and then you expect from that particular child.
Okay. So as per the studies, we have come to know like in society, the people who don't have, the people who are suffering from learning disabilities, they have always been, sided.
Yes.
So is this a correct way of doing treating them?
No, absolutely not, Natasha. And I feel absolutely painful about this because that's the reason why I was telling you that there has to be great amount of awareness. Okay, because what happens is these patients with learning disability, they are always isolated. They are separated by the society. The society, there are these parents. It's so painful. There are these parents saying that वो बच्चे से खेलना नहीं, उसका पानी पीना मत, okay, उसका टिफिन खाना मत, तू भी उसके जैसा हो जाएगा. We need to tell to the crowd, to the culture, to the society that see, it is not contagious. Okay, it will not get transmitted from one person to another. And lastly, it is just a fact that this is a form of, you can say that this is a form the nature has given us. Let's say suppose for example tomorrow if somebody meets with an accident and loses one arm, okay, right? So now he is unable to do his day-to-day life activity with that much efficiency as he was normally doing it. Similarly, here the child loses certain neurological development. That doesn't mean that we should sideline. In fact, they need great amount of love, care and attention.
Okay. So do you think in learning disability, the children who are suffering from learning disability, school should play an important role in this?
Yes, I totally believe that. See, what happens is the child spends maximum number of hours in terms of learning in school. So school, teacher, friends and parents, they have absolutely vital role so as to play, so as to model the or mold the personality of the child. So school teachers should know that see they cannot expect a common reaction from all child. Okay, they cannot expect absolute academical excellence with all child. Okay, they need to understand each child is different. Some child they might be academically smart, some child might be academically slightly blunt. Okay, some child might be smart in extracurricular activities, and it's not a learning disability. What I actually believe is it is some special uniqueness, okay, which has to be found out because there is always an untapped potential. Maybe उनको alphabets में problem होता होगा, numbers में problem होता होगा. Okay, it can be dyslexia, it can be memory loss, but the child can be a great painter, the child can be a great singer, the child can be a great dancer, the child can be a great rapper, the child can be a great footballer. That has to be tapped by the school, that has to be tapped by the parents, that has to be tapped by the counselors, and that can be done only when, okay, people like you, me, we all come together and we increase the awareness.
Okay, so very last question of this interview is, what message would you like to give to those people who are suffering from learning disability?
I would like to give this one general message to everybody who has got learning disability. Just remember the fact that nobody is a perfect. Nobody is a perfect in terms of mind, body and soul. Okay? Right? So you never feel the fact that there is something deficient in you. Rather you focus on and you just find out what is the best potential that you have and in which aspect. Find it out, go out there and make it good.
Thank you so much for your interviewing, sir. I'm glad that I took an interview for you. Thank you so much.
I'm equally feeling grateful because this will definitely be fruitful to society. Thank you so much.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.